Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the latest edition of Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast, the 5th anniversary season. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, the chief content producer and writer of JakesTake.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. If you're listening to this on our audio platforms, please give us a 5-star rating, and please also download this episode and more episodes after this story is over. I am thrilled to welcome back one of my all-time favorite AGT acts.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
I them on season 14 of AGT, where they came in 5th place, and they participated in Champs in season 2. They represent the center of American military music opportunity, and currently they're touring across the country. Please help me welcome back to this podcast, Ron Henry, Christal Realms, Jason, Hanna, Caleb Green, also known as the Voices of Service.
Yay! What's
All
up?
right. How y'all doing?
And guys, it's so great to see all of you again.
It's good to see you too, Jake.
Good to see you too, Jacob.
Well, too, my friend.
Yeah, it's good to see all of you. And I got to say this. I told you guys off camera, but I want to tell everybody on public. You're one of my all-time favorite AGT acts of all time. Not only that, but you're also one of the few acts that I follow outside of the show as well. So I'm so happy to see all of you again, and especially on the 5th anniversary season of the podcast.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
What an honor. Thank you for that honor. Wow.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Thank you so much.
And happy
You're so
anniversary.
welcome.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Yes,
Thank you so
happy
much.
anniversary.
Thank you. I got to say this. It's been nearly 4 years since we last spoke. So how have all of you grown as performers since our conversation back in 2020?
Who wants to take it first?
I'll start first.
All right.
I want to say that again, these 3 individuals that I have the honor to sing with and make music with, I love our chemistry, Jacob. Our chemistry just it goes beyond words. It goes beyond notes. We continue to grow together. We continue to sing not just to people, but through people and through their hearts and into their minds and into their souls and into their spirits. And so we all have one common goal. First of all, we love music. We love each other. We love what we do for people. And it's just an amazing feeling. So I think we've grown tremendously as a group, as a family. There's nothing I wouldn't do for these individuals. I would go to the desert sands for them. And I know they feel the same about me. And it's not just us as a family, but we've even, as we've come to sing together and grow together, we've inherited a bigger family. You know, a family of musicians and even our own families within our own inner families. So we all know each other. We're all just one big happy family, and we're just supporting each other. Our families support us. So it's just great, Jacob. And I just got to say the chemistry is absolutely phenomenal.
Wow. Well, thank you, brother.
I would not disagree with you.
Yeah, sure.
Well, can I add something to that? Because Ron, when you talk about family, we started when we were in on the show. We started that way. We were affiliated with the military, so people always think of like the Army family or the military family, but it was so much deeper than that, and it still is growing, like Ron has said. And now we've got an opportunity to put this out to the world. We've had a chance to make music. We've gone into the studio and we're refining our process. We're engaging, with different audiences. You can walk past somebody 100 times during a day and never speak to them, ever. Just because in life you're busy, you're doing what you do. But there's a point of connection that we have the privilege to make, that if we ask somebody, say, have you ever heard our music? Or have you ever heard of this group? And sometimes, it'll rattle their memory and they'll go, oh, and that's exciting for us, because I think it's like pollination. It just, it sprouts all over again. And our music is like, you haven't even seen anything yet. we're in the smokehouse, if you want to put it like that, getting ready to do some great things. And what Ron has said is that's the privilege of working together so long, of knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses and challenging each other and not settling for mediocre, but always shooting for excellence and beyond. So that all stems from what he said. That's just one byproduct of that.
Yeah. Christal, you want to go or you want me to?
I can go. All I'm going to say is very small compared to Ron, but very big all the way around. You know, Ron said chemistry, and we've always had chemistry, but the chemistry has grown. It has blossomed is the best word to say. And I not only have we always enjoyed stepping on the stage with each other and sharing music and sharing our ups and our downs through our music and trying to touch people through music, but now I find myself longing to step on the stage with my brothers and do more music, or to do more writing sessions, or to do, you know, so it's not only have we grown stronger, we've grown closer, if that's even possible.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think for me that over the last 12 years now? I think we've been together for about 12 years, 11, 10, whatever. It's been over 10 years, but it's been a while. And, since our time on AGT, I think that, we've been able to take our abilities to tell stories and create like a fun, energetic, some type of roller coaster ride that makes people feel seen, makes people feel loved, and makes people feel appreciated, makes them feel happy. And I think we rounded out with making them feel hope at the end of the show, that things can change. Today is not forever. That's what I think. I think we've grown in that aspect as well.
Dr.
I
Hanna.
gotta say that's wonderful. That's just wonderful, guys. So since our last conversation, you released a lot of incredible new music. I want to start with Come Home in 2021. I was just listening to that again. It's so strong. Could you guys share that song's origin story with my audience?
Do you want me to do that, Caleb?
Yes, please.
So this is actually a very strong story. And disclaimer, we didn't get a release from Caleb's son to release information, but let's just say that there was a family member that was struggling with some ups and downs, and we were in a writing session, and Caleb, whose child this is, and I say child because there's special kinship or special love that you have for your children, and you want to see them do well and you want to help them out of situations. But as we're writing this song, Caleb expressed the sentiment, and he said, I just always want him to know he can always come home. Right? And that sentiment is so important for everybody. If you're struggling with anything, what's the one place that you always, or should, I say should, let me say that, should always feel safest and best. And that's home is wherever you make it, but home is a place that you should be able to always come back to and find respite and refuge. And that was what I just remember. Like, I'm tearing up now thinking about it, because I just remember him saying, and being around Caleb as long as I've been around him, ain't no softness about Caleb. Let's just say that. Let's just no softness about Caleb. But at that moment, there was vulnerability in his voice.
Yeah.
And we all felt it. And it was like, come home. You can always come home. And so the PGA, who I don't know if I can say that either. So they wanted a song that represented their program for teaching golf to veterans. And so it just kind of equated. You can always come home. And for veterans, home is being around people that are like-minded and like yourself.
Right.
So that's again, home is what you make it. And so that song fit. But the actual story behind that song is that there was someone struggling and we all recognized it and we had that emotional moment together. And so that song will always have an emotional meaning. Even if it's upbeat, it still has the emotion attached to it, because no matter where you are, you can always come home. And I'll tell my kids the same thing, and I'm sure everyone else here would too.
She said that better than I ever could, because I would still be bubbling over the words to articulate the moment. And well said, Christal. Thank you for that.
So that's what, and if you listen to the words, I just got to go. So if you listen to the words, when you're lost deep down in the thick of it and your heart gives out and you want to quit, hold on. Hold on. You got two tied hands that you're fighting with, and you're dead drop down in the lion's den. Hold on.
Yep.
Right? It's just like, wow. You know, and you know, you never know that, but that's what that song is actually about. Someone who reached out to, and go a teeny bit deeper, reached out to help others. He was in service to others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just was not faring well with him. It didn't, which most people don't realize the stresses and things that you see and do when you're in service to others. And it's not just military. It's, you know, firefighters, any first responders, it's everybody. You know, so this speaks to everybody. If you're struggling, come home. Come home.
It's a beautiful song. Beautiful, beautiful song. Another incredible song of yours was Hope in 2022. I gotta say, that was another strong and powerful tune.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Jacob, it really was. I mean, hope was, the words speak for itself, you know, which is the foundation of this group. You know, when you look at the four of us, trust me, you see hope through everything that we've been through our military careers, through our challenges. Hope is always there, and we want to, you know, relay that and convey that to all of our fans, not just fans, but to everybody. That, you know, every day, Jacob, somebody is always facing challenges. There's always some type of thing that they're going through, whether it be mentally, whether it be visible scars, invisible scars. There's always something that is challenging us and making us to a point where, you know, we feel like we're lost deep down in the thick of it. But we want to let you know, not only that you can come home, but there's hope in the process, you know, and we want to let you know that, you know, everybody to know that even if you're not okay, that's okay too. But the process is that you're building yourself back up, is that you're staying in the fight. You know what I'm saying? When you feel all hope is gone, there's always hope. You know, every day find a piece of hope. You know, don't worry about next week, don't worry about tomorrow. Finish tonight until midnight. Find that piece of hope until midnight. And when midnight comes, then you find another piece of hope for the next day. And that's what that song is about.
You know, that it's also key to note for both of them that even on the show, even when we were on the show, we the message was in the words for us. Like every song we did, there was a message in there. How you choose to receive it was on you. But we've continued that with the music that we write. There's a message in the words. Like the songs that we've put out, there's a message in the word. And, you know, I think everybody has song meanings, but for us, it's really important that, you know, the message be something that's inspirational, something that's clear, something that's lifting. And so we've tried to continue that on with all the stuff that we've released.
Yes.
Agreed.
Absolutely. This is another one. And then also, not to mention, I know we're a few weeks out from them. We're past them. But however, the Deck the Halls Holiday EP.
Yeah.
All right. What was your favorite, Jacob?
I got to say, Jingle Bells.
Sleigh Bell?
I got Sleigh Bells. Yes. Sleigh Bells is another one. Deck the Halls. And Deck the Halls, too.
Deck the Halls, really? What was it about Deck the Halls that you liked? I'm so curious.
I love your harmonies. Seriously, no matter what song you guys touch, it transforms to gold.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Good
Thank
Lord.
Can we quote you on that, please?
Absolutely, seriously,
Oh,
it goes back to your AGT days when it was not just Rise, but also Footprints in the Sand, which I still love, and also not to mention Brother. And when we're with Champions, those three songs really stood out to me with game and moved me. Every time you take a song like those, you elevate them to another level of excellence.
Man.
Wow. Thank you, brother.
here.
Thank you so much for those kind words. Wow.
Were you able
Thank
to
you.
collaboration with Callum Scott?
What?
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
We didn't record it, but we did. He invited us to do a song with him when he came to our area, and we did "You Are the Reason," and it was first of all, it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
The voices of service. I mean, he gave us almost a whole verse to ourselves, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing.
That was one of the highlights of our year. Yeah, no doubt.
I wish we could have recorded it. You know, it is his song, but you know, I or whomever, but I wish we could have recorded that. It was truly amazing and a lot of fun,
Callum, oh my God, that was amazing. And speaking of Callum, let's talk about some of your other dream collaborators. Have you thought about singers, the songwriters, the producers, and musicians that would how would they enhance your sound?
Well, I'm gonna go first. I'll throw in a couple of names out there, or maybe two or three. So one of the folks that I think would be kind of cool to work with would be David Foster, because he's just a master producer, songwriter. So that would be kind of a cool thing to hear what he does with us, you know, what he's able to do with our textures and all those cool things. Kind of like one that's kind of like an outsider, kind of like maybe not somebody that you think of when you think about Voices of Service, but it'd be kind of cool to see what he thinks about. It would be Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's another one, just to kind of see what would happen. And my last one would be Kirk Franklin. Same for all the same reasons. Master producer, master songwriter. What would he do with our voices? That's all I got.
You picked Jason. You hit the nail on the head. My jaw dropped when you mentioned Lin-Manuel and David Foster, because I was like, oh my God, absolutely, with those choices. All right, guys. Anybody else add it to the mix?
I'm happy to add to the list. So I would pick. I think right now, top on my list to work with would be Jacob Collier. And second on my list would be one that's been on my list since we were on the show and is still on my list. Totally different, but hopefully Ryan Tedder is listening to this podcast. I want Ryan Tedder to hear me his name 50,000 and how important it is that Voices of Service work with Ryan Tedder, because I just love you, Ryan Tedder, right? I love what you do in your production and everything like that. And the last one on my list would probably be a gentleman by the name of PJ Morton.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. All right, Christal. Okay. You're trying to up the ante now.
All good choices, Crystal. All good choices.
That is hilarious. Ron?
I would love to work with Quincy Jones.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I would love to hear Quincy work with you guys. Seriously, the way that he could, oh my God, the possibilities with him are endless.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's quite a choice. Man, for me, we were literally speaking about this about a week or so ago. I would love for us to collaborate with an artist like Darius Rucker. Darius Rucker is an anomaly to me, because wherever he goes and whatever he does, he's Darius Rucker, or Hootie. That's what people remember him.
Hootie.
But honestly, he's just who he is, and he appeals to everyone. And I really feel like that's us. I feel like whatever song we do, whatever genre we perform in, you get us. When we sing country, we VOS it, and it feels good. It tastes good. It smells good. It's all of the sensory perception things that you can get out of good music, and I like that about him, because just being able to touch the people where you are. You can only be where you are, and then your music transcends, after that. Once you release it, everybody can grab a hold of it, and you don't ever really know the impact that you've had unless you get to meet the people, which means we have to go meet the people.
That's right.
Absolutely. And by the way, as soon as I heard Darius Rucker, I was thinking of his incredible cover of Rihanna's Lift Me Up, and the way that the five of you could do that song and take it and hit it out of the Milky Way galaxy is just, if the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow,
great idea. Let's put that on the whiteboard, y'all.
All righty. So,
Yeah.
okay, guys. So, AGT Fantasy League is concluding. I've been covering it on my blog. So, several acts that appeared on both Champions and All Stars competed for another encore for their respective spinoff. So, if AGT had another spinoff that you got that possibly works with Voices of Service, would you be considered returning and compete one more time? Why or why not?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. We're not going to turn that down. That's family.
We definitely would do it. I mean, I mean, they treated us very well. We were on the show. We were treated very well, and we learned a lot. And the platform, it elevated us and what we were already doing. It elevated our voice. So, elevating our voice even further would be the plus. There would be no reason not to.
Yes, I agree. 1,000%.
Absolutely, because the thing is, absolutely. And besides, if I would make sure, if I was ever doing a fantasy league team, you guys would probably be on my team.
Oh, thank you. And we'd make you proud, brother.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So I am so excited that you guys are currently touring the country, and you guys will be performing in my home state of Kansas and Lawrence at the Lead Center of Kansas next week on February 9th. So what are you looking forward to the most about touring?
I think one of the things for me is we're looking to connect with our fans.
Yes.
That is very, very important to us, to connect, meet new people. And for the people who never heard of us, hopefully they will hear about us. But we want to connect with our fans. We want to let the fans know, thank you for the support that you've given us thus far. And any continual support will be greatly appreciated. But I just think that's the most important thing, sharing our music, connecting with our fans, and just letting them know that, we really appreciate the support that you've given us thus far, Jacob. I think that's one of the most important things.
Yeah. Can I interject here? Recently, we were in Wisconsin, and whenever we go out to get our breakfast, coffee, and do whatever while we're on the road together, we happened into this place. We didn't know what it was, but we needed coffee. We needed it yesterday. We get to this place, and I'm a talker. And so I'm like, hey, are you guys coming to the concert tonight? They were like, what concert? And so we talked. So gathered everybody. We wiped the egg off our face a little bit, and we did just a little bit of a song for them. And when we did it, the whole staff and quite a few of the patrons came to the concert that night, and we made new fans on the spot. And that is so important.
Yes.
To continue to have that connection with wherever we land, whatever community we end up in. We want to have an imprint and a footprint that makes us memorable and makes us somebody that they want to continue to have a relationship with. And that's really powerful for us because our fan base is so important that and our messaging, really to the world. But like I said before, we can only be where we are. So if we're coming to a town near you, come check us out. We would absolutely love to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes, we would.
Nothing else to be said about that except for come on out so we can meet you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I'm very excited to meet you guys and see you guys perform live and on February 9th. So we guys are winding down our podcast. So I cannot believe it's been 5 years since you auditioned for AGT, the 5th anniversary of not just the podcast, but also your audition for AGT season 14. And now later on this year, a new batch of hopefuls will audition in front of Simon, Howie, Heidi, and Sofia Vergara. If you had the opportunity to speak with the acts who are auditioning in front of the judges and that audience, what advice would you share with them?
Live in the moment. It really, don't let it pass you by in the sense that you are overwhelmed, but live in the moment. Learn what you can learn, meet who you can meet, show your stuff, be solid, be prepared. And you never know where God is going to put you, if you do what your talent and your skill is. You just don't know. And I really feel that one of the strengths that we had on the show is that we never were in the show to say we're the best and we're going to do this and we're going to kick your butt. We mentored the groups and the acts that were on there. We invested in them individually and collectively because we wanted them to put their best foot forward, because it's kind of like a part of your resume, and you want to write it well. You want it to be well said. You want it to be well sung. You want it to be well played. And if we had anything to do with your success, bless you.
Yeah. For me, if I can jump in, is I would say have fun. As Caleb said, live in the moment, but also have fun, because this is a point in time that you'll never pass that way again in terms of time, because it keeps moving forward. So have fun, enjoy it, enjoy the experience, and also, to allude to what Caleb said, make those meaningful connections. If you have an opportunity to mentor, then mentor. You might be a little more solid than someone else, and you can mentor them, and you can, develop that relationship, because you don't know, down the road, you may be singing with them as a duet or as a collaboration, writing with them or whatever. You don't know what's going to happen down the road. So, be nice to people too. Be nice to people.
Right.
Don't be that person. Be nice.
Right. Well said.
I ditto everything they said.
I second ditto.
All righty. So, guys, last question. Are you ready?
Let's
Ready.
go.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay. Where can my audience find tickets for your shows? Where can they stream your music? And where can they find you on social media?
Bum, 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 bum. That's a Christal question.
Christal, wherever you are.
Tickets are individual, depending on the locations, but you can follow us on every social media platform, Voices of Service. And you can also check our website, which is vofservice.com. And let me repeat that. V as in very, 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 very likely for you to subscribe, of service.com. So you can follow us that way. We are on every social media platform except for maybe Snapchat, because Caleb said he's too old for Snapchat, so we can't do that. But we are on Facebook, Instagram. Let me see. Facebook if you're 40 and over. Instagram if you're 40 and under. And
TikTok.
I think we are on. Yes, we are on TikTok.
On X.
And we are on X. Mm-hmm. And I keep wanting to mention others, but you can find us everywhere.
What else to put the cherry on top for what Baby Sis just said? And we would like to be on your local news stations. Every chance we get to meet and be in your town, we would love to be in a place where we can meet you there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, guys, have you missed an episode of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast? Visit our channels on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Spotify, and Spreaker. It's Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Now, are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. And guys, make sure you visit jakes-shake.com to find out my take on Voice of Services music, their time on AGT, what happened on America's Got Talent Fantasy League, and much more. It's jakes-shake.com. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to see you guys in Lawrence on February 9th, and I'm so grateful to have a chance to come to chat with you guys once again.
Thanks, Jake. We
Thank you,
appreciate your time.
Jacob. Man, it's so great to see you.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you do for spreading your news all across the world. And I just pray that it gets bigger and bigger.
Amen.
Amen to that. Thank you all very much. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, have a great one, everybody. Bye.